he does. But Diablo ready for it. The shot comes through, the quick reset there. Going to get the tag in favor of Seventor, but still not as much HP there as Diablo. His shots are still coming through. He does pop a mini. Continued back and forth over these peanut butter areas. That's that triangle edit that you see as he goes in. He goes aggressive with that crash pad, but Diablo was ready for it. Did you see how many edits he had? How many space he had in between him and Seventor? He was predicting.
Oh, he plays keyboard and mouse.
Seventor's ready for the edit. He's ready for Diablo hopping up, and he said, "You know what? I'll make the heal."
This guy that we're watching right now plays keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, and a really good job from Seventor there, baiting into something that he had owned, and then committed him to the fight. Caught him.
Look at it, 14 seconds. Oh wow, this is good.
It's really fruitful.
Look at how much points there are.
Boxed up right on the edge of zone, who would have been able to rain shots down. And again, if you are just joining at, there's the format on the right-hand side. You can see first round of placement points coming through, top 75, next one at top 50. Then it's every 10 players to fall until they reach top 55. Every 5 players.
Carrot? That's what his name is.
3. So definitely want to be making those ends.
With a thing, the cross.
It's a little laggy.
Pick up Phoenix there will also get a point, and that's his second of the match.
And he may have taken coolest out of his name, but right now he's the coolest of the authority.
He plays keyboard and mouse. See, look at.
He's been very, very.
I think they're all playing on keyboard and mouse. Okay, look at, because it shows their pickup button. It's L shift.
A couple months ago, but still maintaining prowess over the authority here. He was here back when it was the agency, so dominant performance from Carrot. He's also got the zone.
People grappling on the screen. Stop, right?
Meadows, however,
I know, right?
looking to set up an ambush like we've talked about, hiding in this little upgrade room. He can catch anybody waiting to upgrade their loot. He's got a great charge to do it with a legendary at that. And look, somebody is taking the bait. They are coming into the house. The question is, will they open it? He set a trap up perfectly. He set a trap up, but he put a wall, Griff. Put a wall there. The peppers, the shields, everything being popped there. Already, no, not going to be able to spring the trap as Griff was ready.
Oh! He actually got killed by that fool. Wow. I need a good loot. See, look at his pickup button and his Z.
Turns out you are the bait and you don't reel in what you want. That's what we talked about. He was looking for a slurp fish and instead pulled one of the loot sharks there. Griff turning it around after a rough game number 2, getting eliminated pretty much basically off drop. Are trying to spring a little bit of an ambush there, but instead going down. So good job on Griff, who we saw also had a very, very, very impressive run in order to make the qualifier here. But now on board, Tayson, the player who we saw.
Look how much people are gobbling on the green screen. Like, stop, bruh.
Necessarily really converted it today.
Back, MNC.
Yeah. 7th coming in, so not doing too bad today, but probably also a little bit outside in terms of the places that he would be wanting, averaging a top 27 and 5 elims total across the 2 games.
And I think that may be due to the amount of loot that he's getting. He isn't teaming with 3 or 2 other players. It's really, really hard to find all that loot. And you see it in his inventory right now. He does have crash pads, but that common AR is not going to net you a lot of elimination. He's going to have to find a way to upgrade that, whether that be through an impact elimination or finding one naturally. Because it seems like this is the open side of zone, and that meaning there's not that many people all around him. He's got a little space to work with there. Someone who doesn't have that much space is there's a lot of players nearby. Bad Sniper. He does have 15 points, a decent first couple of games, but not where he wants to be. There is a player nearby. He's got to be careful with the sniper.
See, look at his edit button, G.
Turn the beams back onto him, but not gonna hit it.
Oh, Storm Surge. He's 23 above.
Nowhere near safe as you see it.
19 above.
Already taking down to 19.
Yeah, and that Storm Surge threshold on the right side of your screen there. The number for zone number 3 is 70. So currently 17 players have to go down. Bad Sniper will be starting to look for tags here, but also doesn't necessarily want to overbuild himself too much, because he doesn't have a ton of materials and he is out in the open. So if he has a lot of players who opt to end up spamming towards him, it can be difficult. And he's not in the safe zone yet, and now only 4 above. You talked about how kind of that threshold just keeps on ticking. So he's trying to trade some tags out, get himself above. We have Ovation and Ovation Arion and Smudge closing in on him, as well as 2 players already in the zone and coming back, and this is going to be key. And he got it. Huge tags in the Elim coming on to Meta Shrimsy. Super unfortunate, using the crash pads desperately trying to get in zone, but even with those tags,
what the heck, bruh?
And you can tell he's not happy with it. He's already looking to move into zone and set up for another couple tags because he's going to need it. The 62 above just turned to 60 above, and then it's going to turn to 52 above. And you're going to start trickling down that leaderboard as everybody near you looks to get eliminations. But Bad Sniper maybe looking to set up an ambush here onto Kesix. Will be a snipe nearby Sky there as well as a sniper shot is going to ring there. Not actually going to connect onto anybody, but Snipe looking to be aggressive on his tags. Again, is above Storm Surge, but not by much as we see Lecce take down Supremacy's limit there. Snipe, though, has a very good position in zone. He can rotate to his right or his northeast there to really make a play on that side of zone. His shots are going to come through. He heard that sniper shot come through. That player got tagged up by everybody, and Ophacia's Arion is going to fall down.
To a single shot going through there, and we talk about it, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and it's sometimes worth just throwing the AR bullets over both for Storm Surge tags, but you might get a little bit of that RNG on your side and pick up the elimination. Somebody else did most of the work, the hunting rifle shot coming through, but he'll be the benefactor there as Kinzel now is going to put some pressure here onto Flopper Michael. Again, a number of players still under that Storm Surge tag, so you can expect the passive players to push through. Storm Surge will impact the players who have done the least amount of damage to opponents, but Flopper Michael punishing Kinzel there, who was under that pressure, as 4 more players will need to go down before it turns off. Controller 007 picks up Maestro. Gambit's Moaka also goes down, but you can see Flopper Michael also under pressure here. He was the player who had the brilliant crash pad play yesterday. Can he set up another one here and end up converting? As now we're going to swing on over to Anas, get a nice little replay, see what's going on here. Chaining the crash pads, landing directly on top of the player and catching him over on the side. Spen, what are you doing? Cover your back, man. You can't be doing that on the edge of the zone. But Anas pushing himself further out towards the lead. Don't forget.
Hey, look at all these guys are putting keyboard and mouse, C3.
Now sitting on 30. Courtesy of the elimination and the first place.
Hey, where's the, oh, is it the...
Very great play from
the
Anas
boost.
to realize that he was being ambushed here as well. Very quickly got out of the situation. Now Andy looking to be aggressive and looking to push. The shots are still coming through. Anas continues his dominant solo performance. He plays 16 in the solos every implementation. To someone who could become a legend, especially after being picked up by that organization. With this disengage, though, it nets him a lot. He's able to refarm some of this metal as well. If he wanted to hit that fence there, refarm a lot of this.
What the hell? Your cape is like weird.
Good for him, but Anas, while he was in a good spot, now he's getting pinched by these players.
And I believe he also had a pretty solid performance at DreamHack Anaheim, flying out to that land and making it to the grand final there, but now hopping on board. Another player who was there, Bad Sniper, though, under pressure from Atlantis' Lecce, trying to get in the box. Bad Sniper disengaging, does have plenty of shields and floppers if he can make the space. However, now in the zone, and that's a 2-tick zone that as soon as it passes and it closes, it's going
Your
to
cape is so big.
So Bad Sniper is going to have a lot of the pressure here in terms of having the chug splashes and having the floppers compared to Lecce. Don't know his loadout, but doubt he has as much heals as that, and going to be punished there. Yep. No additional white heals coming out, so the siphon really beneficial for Bad Sniper there, and he has a relatively clear path to the zone now. You can see on that bottom right-hand corner, only 1 or 2 players who are going to be in his way.
And that's always unfortunate, is getting eliminated in zone as you're just trying to rotate through. As Anas doing the same. He's got white heals, but it's only in bandages, and he is popping them this time, but he's got to be careful. This elimination will net him so much. It'll give him loot. And if that player has any white heals as well, it'll be so good as Andy is staying more healthy than Anas. The zone, once it closes, like you said, 5-tick, and now it goes down. Shots are going through between each other, and Andy's got that flopper. He's going to be able just to outlive Anas here unless Anas makes a play, but no, Anas going down, and that's number 1 out of the game.
Why is it so laggy? Do you see the screen?
The pressure from the storm, the 5-tick zone. Andy eating all the cabbages, knows exactly where they went, directly into his stomach there. Also has the floppers and the bandages as well. So I'm actually going to argue that he should have used the bandages there and allowed the cabbages to tick himself over the top, but instead going to pop that flopper, going to limit some of his mid-game and later game options there, but opting for safety now. Swing on board with reason. Relatively solid performance, was in 9th coming into this game.
You know these are Epic Games voices?
Loadout for the end game. However, a long rotation he's going to have to make here.
And he has no crash pads and only 1 pepper. He's going to have to get creative with it, whether it be third-partying this fight We did see Scram fall. Rezon just going to hop in, and that's going to be PCH, who is not expecting it. You have to reset those walls. You cannot afford to make those mistakes right now.
This is Grand Finals in Europe, the most played in region, arguably the most aggressive and most talented region as well. If you are able to convert on elimination, please do everything possible and make sure you're safe. It's all about covering yourself up afterward and allowing yourself to be in a position to continue on in the game. And Reason is so good at capitalizing on others' mistakes. Now notice, built up on the high ground, use those hard materials.
Game 3 out of 6.
Established and safe, but for Strokey, trying to encroach a little bit on this real estate, and that's the fights you're going to see. Reason opting to drop down and just return to his safety as everyone else is going to rotate into the zone. This is zone number 4. So priority positioning is going to be towards the outside. We're going to be keeping an eye on who ends up going towards high ground and then who is slaying out on that low ground.
Easy able to make it here. Another player able to make it into this end game is going to be
Mr. Savage.
And with that off-spawn elimination on the Noah Riley, I'm assuming
he only has 5 points.
Noah Riley went down early. It's got to be Mr. Savage taking him down, but did you see that is coming through? Nice and pick up there by Savage, but someone trying to capitalize on him. Scott's coming through. He's going to pick up a double. Heat's going to go down. Queasy going to go down. The pressure's not done yet. The Crash Pad's coming in, and the Crash Pad master, Mr. Savage, going to be able to pick some up there. And he's ready to fight. He's ready to go aggressive, but someone on top of him going to be bad sniper there, trying to box the box. Steady there as well.
There's 5 people that I see right now.
Going up into an old build. We'll get him out for now. And what a phenomenal
oh no, way more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's still 49 people.
And you take them out as well.
And Squeezy picking up an elim there. I believe that was on the Helix, but we have our top 50. So Storm Surge turning back off, second placement point going over. And don't forget, this is game number 3, so we're about to be at the midway point. This is a fantastic opportunity with a knockdown for somebody else to unseat him and become that front runner. And we talk so much about momentum and whether or not you can hang on and whether or not you can get running. And Froggy,
oh my god, look how much builds there are, TTV.
Backside of the zone, using the launch pad, then getting in on the priority. Half in, half out, now closing in. After this, it will be all moving zones. So it's all about making sure you're safe, finding rotations, figuring out whether or not you're able to get to that next zone, and then trying to punish players around you who aren't doing it as good as you.
Lewick looking to capitalize on someone not paying attention to their wall. You see inside the cone, just sitting there waiting. He could crash better. We've seen it before. We saw it go against Benji. There's Hidden. He's going to fall as well. Hidden goes down. What a big elimination there. Another player near the top of the leaderboard going down. Safik falling as well. Lewick is dropping down, though. He knows there's players riding below him, but he wants a piece of the action because he's only got 53 builds. He definitely needs to find something. His ammo lacking as well. 5 shots with that charge shotgun is going to go through in an instant in this endgame, so he has to pick up an elimination. He also does not have priority on rotation as it's pulling away from him. Poor Crash President's inventory will allow him to rotate, but not as effectively some of these other players, and he set this trap. He's waiting for this player to just make the wrong edit and go out, but I doubt that they're going to fall for it.
Well, he's waiting. He does have priority on the zone. There's a player right next to his box. I wasn't sure if that player was on the cone. He finds the 83 tag and then follows up right away. ADN going down in 41st, misses the placement point, so a huge pick going right there. Mr. Savage still in the lobby as well. We're into the moving circles. That's the late game. You're going to start seeing players burning utility, using all their builds, just trying to get to that next safe zone and avoid fire from their opponents. But you also have to watch out for those sharks and those aggressive players, the playmakers, and the ones who are going to be the ones driving the action as we're on board here with Dual Media Snipe currently below the threshold for the Storm Surge, but that should turn off shortly here. Only 7 players need to fall. Dual Media Snipe will add into it right now, pushing himself above.
All these guys that are playing right now are keyboard and mouse.
Potentially finding a nice little upgrade there in terms of his. Yep, he will. He will get the legendary shotgun in there as well. And we're closing in on top 30 as 7 Tour picks up Nate.
And with Snipe's inventory, he has 7 crash pads. This is what you want in this meta. You want to have as many crash pads as you can. As bad Sniper is going to be caught trying to take a shield. Bongo's in this game. Xweeze is in this game. Lewick is in this game as well. We have yet to see Savage go down. Flo is in this game here. Rifla as well. 2 eliminations, 79 builds. We'll see if he's going to be able to get any more.
Deceptos is also still up. We saw him there on the wide. That was the player who was in third. He should be able to push up as every 5 players will be a placement point. Reason gets ticked over by Frenzy. Orange takes out Cartoon. 7-4 gets Sebi closing in on top 20. That's another point going over. As now Rifla looking to add his name to that list of the Become Legends players pushing their way up the leaderboard. But Deceptos picks up Wanloss and Savage picks up Z Andy. So still a who's who of top players left, but that's everyone in the lobby. As Thomas HC gets another one. Mongrel picks up an Elam and Rifla ends Mr. X's run. Skype also getting orange. 2 more players will need to drop before we close in on that top 10 as 7-Tor also gets Mongrel. But the question is, who's on the high ground and is there caddy loot? And right as I say that, Thomas HD with that mythic shockwave launcher. Can we make it? 3 out of 3. Rifla though, bottom right hand corner of your screen. Dual media snipe, top right hand. 5 Elams for snipe, 3 for Rifla. Thomas on the high ground and the wide on your left.
And Thomas using it so well, but Rifla is doing just as well as he's being aggressive there on to players of leave. That's going to be a squeeze in the box as he is going to get the elimination there. Thomas may have the high ground right now, but Rifla is putting on a show. Snipe as well, 5 eliminations. Ludwig going to get taken down there by Fadil. I'm going to take down another one as they're going up the mountain. He's reloading that shotgun because he's going to need it as Crash Bad's going through. 6 eliminations there for him, 4 for Rifla in the bottom right. Thomas still on the high ground. We're going up a mountain. Keen needs to get up. So does Skype, very low HP. Skype's out of builds as well. He's more likely going to tick over to the zone as well as Keen. Rifla, very, very healthy. Crash Pad up for high ground. Thomas HD going to take it for now. Dual media snipe, though, being aggressive. He's going for it. He does not secure it. Thomas HD in zone, not as healthy as Dual media snipe now. Rifla with the RPG, trying to throw it down. Shots coming on through. Chaos. Kane going to go down. Sky going to be the one to do it, so he stayed on through the mountain. The HP wasn't enough, but Snipe with 6 eliminations, player right on the edge of his box. He's going to take down Skype, and now Snipe versus Thomas versus Rifla. There's RPG's going to go through. You may have Kid Shockwave Launcher, but I've got a shotgun for you, says Rifla, as he takes him down. 5 eliminations. Rifla versus Dual Media Snipe on the low ground. RPG, Kid Shockwave Launcher as well. He's got too many things to reload. Will it be enough? Will he be able to do it? Dual Media Snipe in a bad spot, though. Does he have floppers? Does he have anything to make it work? Does he have any builds? Shots go through. Does that build dropping down? Shockwave's not going to be a factor here. RPG going to be used. Rifla concerned on only using that. And I think this may be the key to picking up the victory royale. A lot of builds remaining here for him. This is the game. Snipe is running out. RPG going down. That should be the shot, and it is. He gets the tag, drops down, comes through, and shotgun for the victory royale.
And brilliant decision from Rifla, opting to use the actual rocket launcher instead of that mythic shockwave launcher because the zone pulled back over old builds. He needed to destroy them. If you're covered, you're not going to be able to get through. So rather than wasting the rocket ammo, uses the destructive potential, secures the victory royale, and he says to his org mates, it's not about you right now, it's about me. All sees this opportunity. 3 games down, 3 games left. Zeke, Bala, Shio, please let us know what's going on because this is so tense at the top. This is absurd.
It is absolutely tense at the top. I mean, EU is firing on all cylinders today, and it is an all-out battle at the top. We have to take a look at the standings. Now, we know coming into this game, Anas was holding that number 1 spot. But the question becomes, how many points has he racked up in that last game? And does he still hold that number 1 spot?
I think it's going to be a dead heat at the top.
I'm gonna go. Okay.
So many different people because we've seen this kind of bounce.
Because you're running,
all
okay?
around. Everybody wants
Well,
to be
there it is, guys, and peace.